Hi, Professor Simmons. I'm looking over here because I have everything written down, but this is just my reflection on the paper. And the first question asks, how difficult did you find this assignment to be, looking at your own family? Well, I found this assignment to be pretty easy in the beginning because it was just talking about yourself for a little bit. But then when I started reflecting on my family unit, I did find it a little bit challenging taking a look inside of our family unit. I guess sometimes admitting to ourselves that some of us have strained relationships, and particularly my partner. We noticed in his, whenever we were doing the whenever I finished the EcoMap, that quite a bit of his intermediate family have a strained relationship with him, and I pointed it out to him, and that finally came to him as a realization that he had, he has those kinds of relationships with his family. I mean, we knew this before, but it's something that you never really think about until you put it into perspective, or you put it into like an EcoMap. But yeah, he was a little bit surprised to see that, and a little bit uncomfortable too. I also had a hard time with time management in this assignment. I think that since I'm at the peak of my nausea during this first trimester, it's been really, really hard to get out of bed, I guess, and really have much energy to do much. It really feels like a zombie during this time. But I have to remind myself that I'm still a college student and I have to power through these assignments. So I think that was the only thing. I think it was more of, not so much the assignment, but I think it was more of, not so much it's a difficult assignment, but more of a personal thing. But yeah, it was interesting looking into my family like that. I did learn that, we all have very different personalities. I've known this already, but I did learn that, I learned that we work so well together, even though we have really different personalities. Especially in my side of the family, we're very, very different, but we're all pretty close. And we can all learn from each other, and we usually do. But yeah, we're definitely also very alike at the same time. Very different, but very alike. But the third question asks, will this information make you a better social worker, and why? I think looking at the perspectives and how they shift focal points within the same problem was interesting. I've definitely taken from this class that social workers speak a certain language in their professions, and some are fluent in orientations and school of thought. It was very interesting to see when you're doing the research for these perspectives how some of these social workers or psychologists just, they can just speak it so well. They speak that language almost. It's a language, and someone who's just starting out learning these things, they can be a little bit intimidating because you're like, well, where did they learn this, and how do they speak it so well? But I do remember that the first chapter does mention that it takes a while for these people to really learn that language, just like any other language. So that is interesting, and it's also really interesting to look at the perspectives and how they kind of like shift between different problems. It's the same problem but different perspectives, and how they look at it differently. So I think that was really cool. And I feel that the best social workers are the ones that combine perspectives and theories to form thoughts about work and social life and their life. But definitely enjoy taking this class with you, and just take care. Thank you.